What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite killer on the run, Kojin here, and we are back with another E7 video. And in today's video, we're doing Guild War. I didn't post an E7 video last week, and it's not because I had something personal going on or anything. I literally I have 3 videos recorded and I didn't upload them. This video is against HotWaifus, and in this video specifically, I'm gonna be facing my fears and kind of issues I have on my account. So, first issue that I feel like I kind of can't deal with is cleave. Like, I have an issue dealing with cleave teams, single target nukes, or teams like the top team. But I'm honestly just gonna bring my very tanky units and see what happens. And bottom team on camera, I'm not worried. I think my S10A can live the unsoul burned S3 from a BBK, and then Dizzy's gonna nerf them, and then we can just slow roll from there. Yeah, I was get upset. They weren't even that fat. No, they were pretty fast. Yeah, but what I was thinking was that this bike in a semi-fast. The reason I brought A-Ravi to tank here is because she does a little bit of self. Okay, so she does a little bit of self heal, but obviously not enough.
You disrespect me.
I'm sure Fortune will be on our side today as well.
Alright, but I need to bring A-Ravi back.
Don't give up.
And she's like the main DPS of this team.
Be saved.
I'll show you how I do. You could try a little.
Something tells me this isn't gonna breach. On the Kisei, so this is the BBK.
The honor of victory.
Your life ends here.
Oh, I can't attack the Kiseis.
Beautiful silver light.
All it has to do is not kill the well.
Fortune will favor
it didn't,
us.
so I can heal her. Okay, so we kind of stabilize here, but it's definitely close, and I don't think I would be able to deal with it if I didn't have units like Ruel, because they make sustaining cleave teams like this so much better and so much easier. Still does a lot of damage.
Why don't you just surrender? Over here.
Okay, that dual attack just saved it.
Battlefield's protector. I'm sure Fortune will
Maybe
be
not.
on
I think
our
she has the
side
rest of
today
the
as well.
doesn't she? No, she has a couple turns.
I'll deal with this.
I'm gonna S3 just to like maintain that kill.
The doors to hell.
Because I know for a fact that Rose by herself is only gonna kill my crow.
Fortune will favor us.
Okay, so I didn't expect the Viking to explode my A-Ravi. I thought Thomas Anchor would have procced at least once.
Don't ignore the queen.
So this is kind of the speed thing I expected. The only thing I have to be wary about is that ML10 might counter my Dizzy turn 1. Because best case scenario, I can like stun, right? So I'm gonna try and go for that.
Here I go.
Okay, so he's only normal fungus. He doesn't. He's also on lifesteal.
Kiss my feet.
So this is like the main make or break, right? I need to stun this to.
I will step on
I need to stun the BBK this turn, which I did. So I don't have to worry about this turn.
Better I am.
And Dizzy should outspeed enough. Holy crap! This ML can is damn.
Chloe's coming.
That's a good stun. So yeah, now I can put my nerfs up. It doesn't matter that it's probably not going to do other damage, because I have attack buff, but I also have attack damage. So, probably do like...
You want to try me?
Now we can start just kind of bullying the ML can. Okay.
Blade.
So she's gonna get the double turn, because my thing is definitely dead. She's on Wind Rider.
Are you ready to order?
Okay. The ML can took a turn, which is kind of scary, because I didn't want to crit.
Not bad.
Okay, best case scenario is that I hit the BBK and the ML can, which is perfect. I have to stun her. Resisted.
A crack.
Yep. Okay, info is done.
I have arrived.
Okay, counter is good. Counter is right. So yeah, I think I like genuinely just lost.
You aren't even fit to kiss my feet. Don't
Yeah, I
come near
stunned
me.
her. And I have
Look
to
into my
S1,
eyes.
or S2, or S3 rather, to get my
Say my
AoEs back
name.
up. And it's gonna do a shit ton of damage because of the multiple debuffs on her.
Not bad.
Alrighty, so we brought that back, but it was definitely close.
You want to stop now that
And I did
won?
lose made Chloe and Dizzy for that,
How about
which means
no?
I'm gonna have a little bit of issues with other teams that I wanted to fight. I think especially the last team was a very big issue. Okay, so this team I want to try Falconer, Clary, Ceremia. The reason I want to try a team like this is because my Falconer Clary's 220 and my Ceremia's 200. I want to see if Ceremia plus Falconer Clary can nerk out a Rylet. And I know this example has like no protection, but I was curious. I think I'm gonna put Adamant Shield on my Falconer Clary. That's not Falconer Clary. Just to like add a little bit of extra protection. Top team though, it's honestly pretty open and shut. I bring Oxlots in a little bit. There's my Ox. Oxlots a little bit, and then I don't know who else to bring really. It doesn't really matter. Preferably a faster DPS, so I could bring T-Surin. I'll just do that. No imprints really.
Should I fight like Lots?
They're fast.
I'm strong.
That's kind of the issue with Soul personally, is just
Don't
that
worry, I'll make a nice
he is like kind of a good anti-cleave counter. Like he's anti-cleave for things like that, but he doesn't do it in a way that makes it
this could be
different.
fun. Now I'm getting bored. Leave it to me.
Alrighty.
No more mercy.
Okay, wow, that's like almost cleaved.
I won't lose to anyone.
I don't even have my T-Surin, she doesn't have the last plus 15 damage on the S3, but it would have actually, I think, killed the Soul there if I did.
Fight a little harder, Flurry.
Okay, I outsped, which is actually worst case scenario, because I wanted to be that I cut the Flurry.
Spread your wings.
I wanted it to be that the Rylet went first.
Back off now if you don't want to get
So this is best case scenario because I probably miss.
Shall we get going?
So I kind of just gotta go for this. Let's just get like a damage check.
I'm sure
It
Fortune will be on
almost
our
killed.
side today as
And
well.
I think this will kill. Yeah.
With all my faith.
So it's not completely consistent,
For the
but it's
unilluminated.
still relatively
Right.
okay.
Got it, Flurry? Just like we practiced.
Enveloping light of the dawn.
Yeah, they're not gonna die to that.
Fortune will favor us.
They're tanky.
I swear.
Only issue is that
miracle
my
will occur.
my Ceremia's kind of needed. So
I hope this job
she's like the
is a
main
little
source of DPS
healthier.
here.
Nice.
That's a good double
I shall
check.
honor you with
That
my
speeds it up.
presence. I'll see you.
Don't worry.
Sorry about the
Maybe I'm
sniffles.
working too
I
hard.
feel like I caught another cold, honestly.
I'm sure Fortune
And
will
it's
be
like, I
on
don't
our
know why
side
I'm,
today as well.
Constantly catching colds and stuff. That shouldn't kill, should it? Yeah, she's on DJ. What are you doing?
Got it, Flurry?
So there's a good amount of
Just like we
damage, but
practiced.
didn't kill.
What fool dares to challenge me?
Alrighty, now we go to team 2. Oh wait,
we
that was
won.
team 2.
We really
So,
did it.
honestly, dealing with Rylets, there's definitely better ways to do it. I think most people just Rylet if they have that option. But, I do not have set options, so I cannot do that. This team, again, I literally just, I'm gonna tank through it and just see if I can. But I think I cut with my Mokrath here. But this top team, I don't think I'll outspeed it, so what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna test if my Elena can live. I'm gonna put her with the okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I want to try and light bait. So actually, Tempest Siren works well here. So let's just see.
A shot to your heart.
Yeah.
Rise.
She's not gonna cut, is she? Yeah. But wait, I think she has enough health now that she's gonna live this. Oh wow, it hit.
Children of the stars.
Oh right, I'm
stealth.
stealth.
Stardust.
Okay, so T Siren is not a very good light bait. It doesn't have DPS before.
I will fight them.
I got the Gab, but no Silver.
The flowers
Shouldn't have
are
full
waiting.
health.
I won't go
Isn't
easy
bad.
on
She's
you.
not gonna take any damage from this.
Let's start with something light.
Okay, so that actually worked out pretty well, all things considered.
I'll accept your duel.
I mean, if it was like a better built, if it was a better built C-Dom, it probably would have killed Elena. But whoa, their team's like
You've made
very
it this
fast. This is a Cleavilius, obviously, so unfortunate probably. Barely even broke the shield though. So maybe it's ungeared, and maybe it has no grip. But this is probably gonna do no damage. Oh, he's on Elias. Okay. So that's kind of unfortunate. ML Crowd kind of on Political Cleave team, so it's actually good to know for future reference.
Fortune will favor us.
It's very good to know for future reference. So I don't really have to be afraid of a Politica Cleave on defenses anymore.
Why don't you
But
just
besides
surrender?
that,
Shall
yeah,
we bring
I
this
think
to a
that's
close?
it. I mean, overall, I think I'm kind of okay dealing with Cleave teams. I think with Elena and heroes like Ruel and ML Crown in my box, I feel like I should be able to tank through most of them. And Rylets are still an ongoing issue, so maybe speeding up a different
I'll
DPS,
show you how I do.
or maybe increasing my speed of my Sermia so that they literally will
Fortune
not
will be on
be
our side
cut
today as well.
is going to be the play here.
Now.
So that's something very big that I am trying to deal with right now, is that in a guild war there are certain teams that I just physically cannot attack. Like Rylet teams, I usually don't attack because it's just super RNG. And I usually don't attack Cleave teams because I know I don't have the speed to contest them. So I honestly usually just don't take the risk. But looking at teams like this and the success, I feel like I can, this is kind of eye-opening to me that I actually do kind of have the gear to live through certain Cleave teams. It still does mean that I have to play it smart though, because I can't just be running willy-nilly into like top 100 Cleave teams and expecting, like, I doubt I can run into a like a Rose Bryceria RB team. Like, you see those a lot in like Arena in like higher champ, but you don't see them a lot in Guild War, probably because you need more speed for that team to work. I don't think I can run into teams like that because I don't have the speed to break through the Rose, and then Elena won't work. And it's honestly speed, can I survive the RB and Bryceria? See, my guild, is my defense doing okay? Like, I'm pretty sure my defense is doing like really well. Yeah, my defense is actually doing pretty well. There's only like one guild war in recent memory, I think, where I actually got broken, but for the most part, I think I'm doing well. Oh wow, okay, so I've been thinking a lot about this Red Spectane Ruel team, and early on when I made it, like, it did really well, and then it just fell off. Like, most of the green shields I get are from my first team, which are fine. I mean, like, counter RNG is just counter RNG, right? But the second team is kind of questionable. Like, sometimes it works really well. Like, having a tanky S10A plus a high effectiveness Raz means that even if they try to bring a water bait, if I hit with my Raz and I get the Def Break, my S10A will kind of just nuke through that. And especially if she's on counter, people will try to bring like people could probably try to slow grind it with Dizzy or something, and that literally just won't work because of counter S10A. So I wish I could kind of see how people attack my defense. Maybe I could ask some of my guildies to run me through some RTA and just we can see what happens there. But for the most part, yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. So I'm gonna just go through my gear real quick, and then we'll be out. Okay, so my Sermia is 200 speed. Maybe if I want to attack Ryla teams like that, I have to jack up her attack, because attack scales, or misses scale more on attack than a crit damage and crit chance, obviously, because you do not crit. So, maybe if I get her to, like, 4... I mean, I'm being, like, super optimistic here, but if I can get her to, like, 4k attack with a higher speed, then we'll probably be in a better position, so that she'll probably nuke out those Rylets. I could also probably upgrade Portrait, that might also do the trick. I'm kind of working on other units right now. Like, I want to build Cerise because her buffs are looking really nice. And, as well as Landy. I mean, I have a Landy, but I don't think I have Bruiser gear that she needs. So, like, a bunch of these units are getting buffed. I just don't have the gear for it, but they're definitely, gear pieces I'm looking for. So, yeah, that's... Adventurer Raz is on defense. I'll just show you my defense, like whatever. It's just my Adventurer Raz has, I think, 100 effect resistance and still relatively tanky. Only downside is that he's relatively slow. But for the most part, the plus side of a build like this would be is that he usually takes the turn before my Spectre Tenebria, which is like 165. And he puts up defense buff. And then he usually because usually most people wait for second turn to debuff my team. But the good thing is that because my Araz and my Spectene are so close together on the speed tuning side of things, it's usually the case that it's very hard to cut between my Araz and my Spectene, so that the only one turn of downtime you'd have to outspeed them, and then afterwards it will just be if you don't outspeed them, or if you're like, honestly, if you don't outspeed them, or if you kind of just like have other things to deal with for that one turn, I'll start putting up the immunity, and that's kind of where issues start coming in, because then that means you can't debuff my S10A and stop her from doing the damage she does. But that's for the most part. Lilius is kind of just Bruiser. She's also on my defense team. So she's Bruiser Lilius for the most part. I'm still looking for a placement on the neck and ring. But she's relatively tanky for a Bruiser, I'd say. She has less speed, but more damage, or more tank, which I feel like is good, because at the end of the day, she is a tank. And she does scale off her max HP. So you don't want to build her with like good HP, so she's actually doing good damage. As you could see from that last guy that I faced, he only had like 12k HP, and he didn't even break my my barriers. So that's just kind of something that people, I think, overlook. They build the laces like full DPS with like 3k attack, but it's like that's not very good, especially because her main scaling is HP. Who else? SSB I brought for like one fight, but we've already seen her, so I'm not gonna go into her. Dizzy's not on defense. Charles is on my defense. I have to still change his gear a little bit, because I have better boots for him, but this is a song he's on right now. I'm honestly not happy with it, but that's just what it is. Falconer Clary, as I said, is 220. She's on the tankier side because I'm not going super fast. I'm gonna put her back on Elbrus so that I have that when I need it. But yeah, for the most part, I feel like she does her job relatively well. I draft her an RTA, and usually if it's not stolen from me, she usually does okay. Just having a defense and provoke with all of the cycling, especially with Elbrus, is really nice. And usually if people try to focus her down, my other DPS are there to kind of take out the threats while they're not being focused. Especially when I bring units like Dizzy or SSB especially, pairs really well with Falconer Clarice, because it's kind of like picking the better between two evils, because if you don't attack my Falconer Clary, then she has an Elbrus chance. Then if you don't attack the asset, or if you attack the SSB, then Falconer Clary will counter, but if you attack anybody else, the SSB will counter. So it's kind of just things like that. Now, Last Rider Crowd was somebody I wanted to put on my defense, but I don't think he has a good enough gear for it to work. Like, he does have good survival stats, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think he has the speed or the F-res to do it. T-Star's not on defense, but she's relatively good for anti-cleave. This is kind of turning into like another account showcase, but it's just kind of like what I'm thinking about for the most part. And my sister is playing Among Us in the background, if you can hear it. I feel like this Ruel doesn't get cleaved very often. Like, obviously in Arena and RTA, where people start bringing in like J Kiseis and Ocelots and stuff, she's probably just gonna get cleaved. But That's something I gotta work on, trying to keep the F-res while replacing this to an HP neck and a speed boot. But for the most part, I think she does okay. And maybe I feel like if I get that, I'll try Touch of Rekos on her. Well, we'll have to see, because my whole draft is bruisers for the most part. So Touch of Rekos actually gets a super good value because it heals off the target's max HP. It targets max HP. So for units like ML Crow, that could be like 3k HP on an off turn where she just gets hit. But Apocalypse Ravi, she's not the tankiest, don't get me wrong, but I feel like with her self-heal she does do a little bit of self-sustain. And then finally it's my S10, it's on defense, very low attack but very high tank, all things considered. And yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys for helping me reach 75 subscribers. I usually don't say things like that, but I got a lot of subs from my E7 account reviews, so I just want to say thanks for that. I definitely will keep posting Epic 7 because it seems to be what most people on my channel prefer to watch over my Destiny content, which is 100% okay. I don't really care. And if you have any guild questions or applications, my guild leader is in the description, as well as any of my socials. And yeah, that'll be it. Have a good day, night, wherever you all are, and as always, peace out.